Okay, this is Unit 17 in sample AST test in one of the MCQs. Alright, so this is Unit 17, question 56 to 59. It says, on a beach, umbrellas are placed in precise locations to protect people from the sun. The umbrellas are arranged in a straight, equally spaced parallel rows, like so. Each umbrella is placed in a hole in the sand, as indicated in the figure below. Adjacent holes in a row are 2.5 meters apart, so umbrellas are 2.5 meters apart. So that doesn't mean, the edge of umbrella and to another edge of umbrella is 2.5. It's actually from hole to hole. That's what it's saying there. And adjacent rows are 4 meters apart. And that also looks like it's from hole to hole. Okay, so people can hire umbrellas for $10 per half day and $15 per day. Okay, so assume that umbrellas are 1 meter in diameter. So that's so if you have an umbrella, so that's from there to there is 1 meter. Okay, and umbrellas are precisely upright. Okay, so they're not tilted at all. So when you look from above, so that's what it's saying here. When viewed from above, the hole is at the center of the umbrella. So there's the hole right there. So the reason is if it's tilted, then the hole may end up somewhere over there. Okay, so the hole is right in the middle. The length of a row is the distance between the centers of umbrellas and the extreme ends of the row. So what is the length of this row? That's distance from there, that hole there, to that hole there. So it's not from the edge of the umbrella to the edge of another umbrella here. It's from hole to hole. That's what we're going to define as the length of a row. Okay, and where the distance between adjacent holes in each row is 2.5. So this from there to there is 2.5 meters. And width of a set of parallel rows, so the width of these two rows, or actually the width of a set of parallel rows is the distance between the rows that are furthest apart. So what is the width of this set of parallel rows? So a set of parallel rows is not just the 2 rows. It could be 3 rows or 4 rows, all right? So width of a set of parallel rows, that's the entire thing, the width of the entire thing. It could be, 3 rows or 4 rows or 5 rows. Is the distance between the rows that are furthest apart. So in this case, the width should be from there to there, all right? So if you have 4 rows, it'll be a distance from the first row to the 4th row, right? And it says where the distance between adjacent rows, so distance between this row and the next row adjacent row is 4 meters. So in this definition here, it doesn't say it's from hole to hole, right? In this definition here, it says length of a row is distance between the centers of the umbrella. So from center to center, that was the different definition of the length. But in this definition here, it doesn't tell us that it is from the center to the center over there. But we can sort of assume that it is because it says the distance between the adjacent holes is 2.5, and that looks like it's from the center to the center. And it says the distance between adjacent rows is 4 meters, and that also looks like it's from hole to hole, right? So it doesn't say that it's from hole to hole or center to center, but we can assume. So this is one of the important skills. You make an assumption. When they don't tell you enough information, just make an assumption and just move on, all right? And then your assumption, based on your assumption, you can try those multiple choice questions, and most of the time you can get your answer correct. But if lack of information, as you can see, this one didn't provide good enough definition for the width, right? But don't let that drag you down and waste your time, okay? So just have to make an assumption and quickly move on and try those questions that are available. And most of the time, you can just answer those questions, and this piece of information may or may not be important, So it's not a good idea to spend too much time reading through all this, and which will lead to wasting a lot of time. All right, so time is very precious in AST test, And in the next video, we're going to try question 56.